Hello, welcome back to Greenhill Junction. So this video is about another new addition to the fleet, which is what you see in front of you. It's the Hornby DCC Ready A4 4493 Woodcock in the LNER Green. Now, I've been after this model for a while, and during the lockdown I've been working, so I've been fortunate enough to have a decent wage coming in still and not being able to spend it because basically all the coffee shops I go to are shut. So I've saved a wee bit of money and I decided to treat myself. So this arrived the other day. Now, so that's the box it comes in, which is a box. So that's the last we're going to talk about that rather than all the bits and bobs. And there's the model. Now, I do have other LNER Green models, but this one is particularly nice. I think it's the contrast with the colours, because you've not just got the green and white, you've got the black and red as well, and it really is quite detailed. The box doesn't say it's a super detailed one, but you certainly get a lot for your money. I managed to get this for £136. And then with the chip and delivery on top of that, it was £155. Now they're quite hard to find, and on eBay they're going for around £140 to £170 without a chip. So I thought I got myself a decent deal. So we'll take a closer look and see what you think. Right, now we've got close in to the loco. You can see how detailed this actually is, and how crisp the paintwork is. All the white is really sharp and fine. You know, there's no blurring. It's really crisp. Same with the red on the black. All there. And then you've got the white detail around the wheels as well. And you can see how vivid the white is. Everywhere it's been put on, it really sticks out, particularly on the leading edge of the cab here. The detail continues onto the tender. So unlike the railroad ones, the letters have been printed on after it's been painted, and they've got the sort of 3D effect which makes them stick out. And I really like all this red. It's really fine detailing along the tender. And this also has, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's got the brake rods fitted. So they're there on the tender. I think they're in between the driving wheels, so they're on the loco. I'll take you in even closer. It's got the separately fitted handrail along the boiler. It's also got handrail there, handrail there, handrail there. There is glazing in the windows. Again, that's just really nice, that with the green, red, black and the numbering. If we look at the top, there's 4 vents, all of which move. If you don't have big clumsy fingers like mine, there you go. Which, to be honest, is nice, but how often are you going to do that? The coal load in the tender can be removed, but I don't really bother with that. Around the front, we got sprung buffers, and there's one of these fancy sort of coupling things as well. I'm not really sure what they're called, but it's just a really good looking model. It really is. Lots of little details on the boiler. They're actually moulded, they're not printed. Lots of rivet details as well. And the cab, you've got the cab doors. And then if I just move the tender to the side, hopefully be able to see into the cab. It's really quite detailed. There's a lot of intricate painting in there, which is a nice touch as well. Yeah, it's sprung buffers at the back, I think. Yep. So, yeah, as you can see, it's a really nice livery. It looks stunning. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fit the DCC decoder, which goes in the tender, and we'll get it running, see how it goes. So back in a bit. I wasn't going to film this, however I suppose it's useful to see how to fit the DCC decoder, and usually it is a complete pain in the backside, especially on the tender, because it's so difficult to get the two bits apart without damaging all the detail on it. However, Hornby, with this model, have actually made it incredibly easy, which is a pleasant surprise. So all you need to do is, if I put the model over, you need to remove the coupling from its, I think it's the NEM pocket, whatever that stands for. So you need to remove the coupling from there and then get a screwdriver into there and remove that screw. And then if you get that out of the way, zoom back out, bring it back over, and then for once the tender body comes off just like that. And all it is at the front is a little clip. And then you've got a nice big empty space. So I've already moved the blanking plate from in there. I've got my decoder, not doing sound, I'm just doing DCC, but for you, those of you that like sound, there's a big void in there where you can put a speaker. So it's a simple case of making sure I've got this the right way around. So the number 1 is at the top left. Press it down. I'm just going to fold the wires into the speaker space. And yeah, I should have that wrapped in electrical tape, but I can't find it. So it's just going to go in like that. And then put that clip in. Tender body back down, and I'll tip it over and put the screw in, and we're good to go. So for once, it is easy to put in DCC. So let me get all this back together, program it, and then we'll get it running. Right, decoder fitted, back on the track. I should have said it comes with a detailing pack. That's an extra set of, a different set of pony wheels, basically for there, that you can fit. I don't really know why you'd want to fit, because I think it's just going to fill the track. And there's a couple of the gold steam pipes which will go on the front there, but again, I don't have the tightest curves in the world, but when it's going round here, I think those are just going to get in the way, so I'm not going to fit them either. So bring you back a wee bit, close the debris out of the way, and just set it off in a wee crawl, see what it's like. There we go. So that's as slow as it will go. Look how smooth it is. I'm presuming this has got one of the new 5-pole motors on it. Probably if I read the instructions it would tell me. But I've not even ran this in yet. Not even a judder. Same again backwards. That's really quite impressive, straight out of the box, and it does that. And goodness knows how long this has been sitting at the model shop. Right, I'll just stop it there. Right, I'm gonna set this off on its warm up, as if it's an athlete, when it's running in, and then I'll hook up some coaches and we'll just watch it go around. Alright, so back in a bit. Now, some of you might be wondering, why have I went and got another A4? Because, well, if you look back on the last A4 running session I did, I've got 4 already. I've got Golden Plover, Mallard and Sir Nigel Gresley, and oh, I can't remember what that one's called. Falcon. Now, the problem is, Golden Plover is basically a problem child. It's never worked right since my father-in-law took it out for the first time and sent it for a dive off the dining room table, and it's also an older tender drive and it's just not working. I can't get it running smooth. It's been down to the model shop numerous times, and it just won't run smooth. So Woodcock is Golden Plover's replacement. Now, this isn't getting scrapped. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy a display cabinet for the wall, and any models that aren't going to run anymore are going to get displayed, because everything I've got in my layout is stuff that I like, so I'm certainly not going to sell it or bin it. So Golden Plover will be going on display when I get the box, and it'll be replaced by Woodcock. And to be honest, in that video day for running session as well, Sir Nigel Gresley was just back, and it's running, but how do I explain this? It basically needs a warm up. You need to like get it going and push it along, and eventually it thinks, oh right, I'm going to go. So as much as it's going to pain me, I think Sir Nigel Gresley needs retired as well. But I've got my eye on the Sir Murder Wilson in the Wartime Black, again an LNER one. So I may save a few more pennies and get that and retire Sir Nigel Gresley as well. And then I've got basically 4 different A4s and 4 different liveries. So that's my excuse for getting a new loco. So there you go. So it's still going round, doing its running in. So we'll come back once it's been going for about half an hour, and we'll stick some carriages on it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that video, that wee LNER Green running session. Let me know what you think of the model, let me know what you think of the running shots. Is there anything else you'd rather see, any other angles you want me to try? And yeah, just subscribe to the channel, keep up to date with things, and look forward to talking to you again. Thanks very much, bye.